listening to the previous callers, I got a couple points that I'd like to hit on, which is one. My first point is just Seamus Coughlin. He said he said a little while ago, it's getting to the point where I need to apologize to Sodom and Gomorrah for wiping them out.
Love Seamus. Shout out to Seamus.
Yeah, shout out to Seamus. Good guy. I love it.
Yep.
Just talking about the other caller talked about dopamine hit. And I just want to add to social media and how they use the algorithms to, to trigger people with notifications. And you were talking about vibrations and with your phones, and it's just like it's just like you post that one profile picture of like, this is me at my best, and
Yep.
you put it out there, you're vulnerable, and then you get the algorithm kind of puts those people to the top, and you get the dings and your phone vibrates, and you get that dopamine hit that is
that dopamine hit is like exactly how Hunter Biden describes crack cocaine.
Yeah,
it's just so beautiful. It's not that bad for you. It's less bad than alcohol. It's just baking soda and like mayonnaise.
And I'm gonna weasel in here and just steal the camera and say that one day I hope to find somebody that looks at me like Hunter Biden looks at crack cocaine.
Oh man, that guy was on a roll with it. But yeah, gosh, no, dude, you're totally right about the dopamine stuff, and they've weaponized that against people. And just before you go to the next part, I just want to say, because you reminded me, this thing is scary. Like, these social media companies have weaponized the algorithm against you, and they know you better than you know yourself sometimes, and they go after young people, especially young girls. And like Facebook, we had that whistleblower in April testify that Meta will do things like, oh, this girl put up a profile picture and then she deleted it like 5 minutes later. Let's send that information to an advertiser who can advertise like a purse or something to her, because she must be depressed that she took down her profile picture. And when you're depressed, you'll buy things. And that's what Meta does on a wide scale around the world. So
1000% now. And now they have just even the Apple Watch or Android Watch, or I don't know, maybe they're doing through Oculus where they can see your heart rate and they can 100%. See the spike to get you to buy something. And I feel it on a daily basis, and they get my money every now and again.
But this is pretty cool. Dang it, they got me.
Oh yeah, I just brought my kids some badass squirt guns that they shoot.
Oh, bro, is it the ones that light up?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Yes. I know those are sick.
Those are sick.
Those are sick. I might do. They might get me with those.
I did. It was like they did a little holiday special. It was like buy 3 get the 4th one free. So we had a bunch of people for 4th of July, and they definitely hit me.
Yep. Oh, well, that's awesome. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, last time I was on, I talked about dreams, and that's we talked. The guy was talking previously about sleep paralysis, and this is just last week I was talking about dreams, and there's one thing that I missed, and I want to apologize because I was a little tipsy when I called you because I was so excited, because I was like, I told my wife, I was like, I'm finally gonna call in, I'm gonna do my thing, I just want to talk to Shane, and. But the Japanese have they're using MRI technology to read your dreams, and they say that they can actually through the BBC is the only article that I could pull up that through the MRI technology that they could read your dreams up to 60%. Now, what is that? Which is like, and that article was written in 2013, and there's nothing else that I could find that was actually even close to that, like, or even more recent. And so, where are they with that? It's kind of scary.
Yeah, you know why you're not hearing about it? Because they don't want you to know that they're doing it. Like, here we have ai.meta.com. Let's just see. I'm just pulling this up. I haven't even read it. But using AI to decode language from the brain and advance our understanding of human communication. So this is about them making breakthroughs in reading the brain, probably telekinesis type stuff, which Elon's also doing. We have Meta unveils AI models that convert brain activity into text. We have them toward a real-time decoding of images from brain activity. This is all Meta. I just referenced this the other day on IRL. Yeah. People look at me like I'm insane, but I'm like, dude, I'm not making this up. I'm telling you, these companies, and we're talking about Meta again within 5 minutes, are trying to read your brain. That is the final frontier. That is the actual final frontier, is in
For
your
sure.
brain. So, but yeah, dude, I didn't know about this Japanese MRI story. I got it pulled up. I'll have to look into that. That's wild.
It's very wild. I really just took in the interview with Joe Rogan and the guy that has the Neuralink in his head currently.
Yeah.
That was a very interesting one. I feel like there was a lot he was leaving out. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that guy is being gate kept. If it's the same,
Yeah.
it's the only guy, right? You're talking about the first guy with Neuralink.
Yes,
Who
and
calls it
he was
Eve?
he was on a Rogan podcast. I don't know. Sorry.
No, yeah, you're right. I mean, I had talked to him. I was supposed to interview him, and then that didn't happen because I think Elon has it out for me. But I was talking to him when he was actually on the plane from coming back from the Rogan interview, and it dawned on me then that this guy is messaging me with his brain. You know, like obviously I knew he was paraplegic. I knew he had the Neuralink, but like I'm getting DMs from him on Twitter. And I'm like not putting it together in my mind that he's using his brain to send this message without touching anything. It was totally insane.
Wow. I didn't yeah. No words for the future. I just want to lead to what I wanted to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know if you remember me. I talked about Lawrence Livermore Lab and a couple things, and there's a lot of things I want to talk about, but something that touched me is my best friend had a child. You know, shout out my buddy Nick Ortiz. You know, he had his first kid
Awesome.
on Sunday,
Awesome.
and
Congrats.
it just dawned on me on the book that I read by Jamie Metzel, which is Hacking Darwin. I don't know if you're familiar with that one.
No, I'm not.
And okay, so Hacking Darwin. So so the book, and he alleges, and he was actually on the Rogan podcast to kind of if you want to look it up, but he talked about creating superhumans, and that he's a part of a group that is with the United Nations, and they are that the United States and China are in a war on creating superhumans. And so they claim that they can, so like a woman during her menstrual cycle can only create like maybe 12 eggs, and then a man has like 1,000 swimmers or whatever it may be through their sperm. But they claim that they can take stem cells and they can use sperm to create superhumans, and by the year 2050, that a woman is not going to give natural birth. That like if you're going to take your semen and the women's eggs or stem cells and create a human outside of the body. You can choose if you want your kid to be blonde hair, blue eyes, fast swimmer, fast runner, good at math, whatever you want through this book. And so you know, altering genetics, altering the genetic code it's wild to me. And so my question to you is, should we be engineering our children? And I know in vitro is kind of the first step that's kind of out there.
Yep.
And I'm not talking shit, but through my personal life, the kids that have been created through in vitro are normally a little different.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff.
My question is just, should we be engineering our children?
Where's is this my camera today?
Yeah, you're over there.
No. It's a short answer. There's an article that just came out like yesterday or today. Actually, maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow. They just created a baby using 3 different people's DNA. It might be China. It sounds like something China would do, but it might be France. I don't know.
Is that polyamory?
Yeah, it's like eugenicist laboratory polyamory. But
my God.
I don't think we should be doing that. I don't agree with this stuff at all. You know, this idea of like being told you're going to have a child with autism and you abort it. I don't like that. You know, I do believe every life is a miracle. And I also know that things like the book Brave New World, that is the future. That's the future you're talking about, right? With the superhumans, and everyone should go read that.
A Soma pill would be great, but
right. Right. But I don't know if it's going to be like that. Like they're going to start, dictating exactly what kind of person can be created,
Yes.
and that's going to be, I think that's around the corner. They've been trying to do the superhuman thing since the 40s and 50s, maybe earlier, but like we know about, that's what MK Ultra was all about. The super soldier, right? We want to create someone who's a perfect soldier. That's why they did that. We know, when you talk about the menstrual cycle stuff, that sounds wild, right? But then why does Peter Thiel invest in a menstrual cycle tracker for women? He is the military industrial complex. We know he drinks blood. He doesn't really drink blood. I know that. He injects it into his body. But, that is why are they doing that? I don't know why, but you think about this kind of stuff and the things he invests in, perhaps that's an avenue he's into. And if it's not, I hope I didn't just give him that idea, because we are on Rumble, which belongs to Peter Thiel. And also artificial wombs. That's another thing they're talking about. Elon talks about it. So you put all this stuff together. I think it's right around the corner. I think they've already been doing it. We just, like I just said, this baby born with 3 different people's DNA, and it was created to like avoid illnesses. I think that maybe one or two of the parents had. So I don't, this whole designer baby thing is so bizarre and gross to me. Like, okay, we want a blonde baby, we want a boy, we want all this stuff. I just think you can't do that. You don't play God. I'm against making fake clouds, and I'm against designing your children. I think that's weird. So that's my answer. I hope that's all.
Yeah. So the Hacking Darwin was was written, I believe, in 2013. I my notes kind of got away from me, but Joe Rogan even asked, because he said, okay, so if you're saying that you could take these stem cells, it's a great episode with this guy, and Joe Rogan says, okay, so you're saying that you could take these stem cells and you can create these superhumans, and it's like, okay, so let's just say that you can fertilize 100 eggs, and you as the parents go in and say, well, I want a boy and 2 girls, and what do you do with the other 97 kids? Are you going to create a clone army? That was Joe Rogan's exact question. Like, are you going to create a clone army? And that's why, and Jamie Metzel said this is exactly why there's this committee through the United Nations.
It's happening. I guarantee you this has already been happening. We've talked about clones on this show before. We've seen Bill Clinton as president come out and talk about clones, human clones. This is a thing that's been talked about, and I think the reason we're not talking about it a lot, I do want to watch this Rogan episode because they're talking about it at least, but I think they're not talking about it on purpose. I think this is something that people are going to have a really hard time dealing with when they understand what they've been doing, what they've been doing with a lot of these fetuses. We've seen videos and reports about a lot of the stuff where these things that have happened in Planned Parenthood and where the fetuses go in these laboratories and universities, and what God knows what kind of freakish, horror show experiments they're doing. And on top of all that, we got Colossus making dire wolves and woolly mammoths. So you're going to have super soldiers. We're going to have dire wolves. It's going to be fun.
Saber-toothed tigers.
That's right, saber-toothed tigers. The future's looking bright.
Yeah, it's hard because I feel like a woman could never be closer to God unless while she's birthing a child or creating a child within her, and so it's hard to fathom this type of lifestyle where I get that there's selective breeding. Like you look at a guy like Yao Ming, where China claims that they took the tallest woman basketball player and the tallest male basketball player, and they created this guy that's like, I don't know, 6'9" or 7'9". Right. I'm sorry.
Yep.
And then you have like a Shohei Ohtani, which is just a freak athlete. Yep. And just recently, this is kind of what kind of triggered me, or what kind of reminded me of this was, I'm a 49er fan. I live out here in the San Francisco Bay. Sick. Near there, and so I'm a 49er fan. Well, the offensive guard just got engaged to Maya Lesnar, Brock Lesnar's daughter, which I'm looking at this woman like, oh my gosh, she's a freak, like she's a freak of a woman.
Their kid's gonna be their kid is gonna be like a natural super soldier.
Yes. So you have selective breeding, which that's another story. I kind of call it my Mayflower theory always, where it's just like when during slavery, I felt like the strong had to survive, and so it's to go to that is kind of, I don't want to piss people off too much, but it just creating superhumans and selective breeding, that's kind of just where I'm at.
And it's been going on for a long time in all various forms, but now we're moving into the era where it's going to be done with AI, all this new technology, these like villainous billionaires who want to create clone armies. So well, we will keep an eye on that. I appreciate the phone call, man. It was awesome talking to you.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'll definitely be calling back. I love you guys. Appreciate it. Awesome. First time got to see Brandon, and got to call with Alex, and like I said, long time listener, second time caller.
Sick. That's awesome. Thanks, man. Right. Appreciate it.
Take care. You guys take care.
You too.